heavy as summer rain is washing the night away. Wrap up your guitar and remove the ground from the strings. You start on a mellow tune. Your heart's like a red balloon, which is floating down the wind, wherever it brings. Under the fallen sky, I'm catching the star drops. Here comes the break of day after the rainy night. The innermost dream comes true. No one is leading you. You're roaming the land of the blind, secluded alone. Despite the forbidden things, you've got the inspired wings. You're stepping the airstrip and taking off. Under the fallen sky, I'm catching the star drops. Here comes the break of day after the rainy night. Under the fallen sky, I'm catching the star drops. Here comes the break of day after the rainy night. The star drops. Here comes the break of day after the rainy night. Under the fallen sky, I'm catching the star drops. Here comes the break of day after the rainy night.
Let the good vibes take over.
All the latest news and breaking headlines, live from your local radio station. This is On the Hour News.
Hello. Here are some of the news making headlines, internationally according to The Guardian, today. Visit theguardian.com for more clarity. South African Ambassador Ibrahim Rasool declared persona non grata by Washington, was welcomed home on Sunday by hundreds of supporters. Crowds at Cape Town International Airport surrounded Rasool and his wife, Rosida, as they emerged in the arrivals terminal in their hometown. The couple required a police escort to navigate their way through the building as supporters sang songs praising the ambassador, who was expelled from the United States by the Trump administration. The Sudanese army has recaptured the presidential palace in the capital, Khartoum, a highly symbolic battlefield victory over the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces in the country's catastrophic civil war. Videos posted on social media show soldiers carrying assault rifles and rocket-propelled grenade launchers inside the partly ruined building. An officer wearing a captain's epaulettes announced the takeover of the palace in a video and confirmed that troops were inside the compound. This compound was the last bastion in Khartoum held by the rival paramilitary Rapid Support Forces. Sports news today. Danilo, on Guardiola, Flamengo, and social media. The former Manchester City and Real Madrid defender, now at Flamengo, reflects on his growth and his attempt to make sport more humane. Few players have had such a diverse and successful career as Danilo. During 13 years in Europe, he won league titles in every country he played in: Portugal, Spain, England, and Italy. He is now back in Brazil with Flamengo, chasing more trophies and a place in Brazil's 2026 World Cup squad. The 33-year-old stands out off the pitch as well, quitting social media twice for sustained periods over its toxicity. He looks back at his younger self, wondering why he bought a car that he used only once a year, and wants to study psychology when he finishes his playing career rather than pursuing a job in coaching. Technology news today. Prosecutors told to do more to strip revenge porn abusers of victim images. New CPS guidance aims to boost use of deletion orders after Observer revealed systemic failings. The Crown Prosecution Service is to update its guidance on so-called revenge porn crimes to stop perpetrators being allowed to keep explicit photos of their victims. The Observer revealed last month that magistrates' courts were routinely failing to make orders for the deletion of content linked to intimate image abuse cases, and that prosecutors were failing to request them. Prosecutors have been instructed to increase efforts to remove images from perpetrators of revenge pornography. New Crown Prosecution Service guidance aims to boost the use of deletion orders after the Observer revealed systemic failings. The Crown Prosecution Service will update its guidance on revenge pornography crimes to prevent perpetrators from retaining explicit photos of their victims. The Observer revealed last month that magistrates' courts were routinely failing to issue orders for the deletion of content linked to intimate image abuse cases, and that prosecutors were failing to request them.
Emmachev radio family, welcome back. You're tuned in to your source of light and inspiration, and I'm your host, bringing you a moment of reflection to brighten your day. Let's dive deep into a verse that's been resonating with me lately. Today, we're focusing on Proverbs 3:5-6, which says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Now, let's unpack this a little. Imagine you're navigating a dense forest. You have a map, but it's old and faded. You might think you know the way, based on your own limited understanding, but the map is unreliable. This verse tells us that God is our true, unfailing guide. Trust in the Lord with all your heart means surrendering completely. It's not just a casual nod, it's a full commitment. An unwavering belief that God knows what's best, even when we don't. Our hearts, often swayed by emotions and fleeting desires, need to be anchored in Him. Lean not on your own understanding reminds us that our perspective is limited. We see only a fraction of the picture. Our logic and reasoning, while useful, are flawed. We cannot comprehend the vastness of God's plans. Trying to figure everything out on our own leads to frustration and confusion. In all your ways submit to Him means acknowledging God's authority in every aspect of our lives, our decisions, our relationships, our work, everything. It's about giving Him control, allowing Him to direct our steps. And the beautiful promise, He will make your paths straight. When we trust and submit, God aligns our paths with His perfect will. He removes obstacles, opens doors, and guides us towards our destiny. It doesn't mean life will be without challenges, but it does mean we won't face them alone. We will walk in the path that is right for us. This verse is a gentle reminder that we don't have to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. We can release our worries, our doubts, and our fears, and place them in the hands of the one who loves us unconditionally. Remember, Emmachev radio family. In every moment, in every decision, in every challenge, trust in the Lord. Let Him be your guide. Let Him straighten your paths. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a privilege sharing this moment with you. Keep your hearts open, keep your faith strong, and keep listening to Emmachev Radio, your beacon of hope. Until next time, may God's peace.
Feel the rhythm, turn the dial. Emmachev's electric style. High frequency, crystal clear. Voices loud, let go of fear. Tune into Emma sound. Rhythmic waves all around. Let the beats move your soul. Emmachev Radio in control.
You are listening to Emmachev Radio.
Famous Stories Every Child Should Know. Edited by Hamilton Wright Mabby. 1. A Child's Dream of a Star. Written by Charles Dickens. There was once a child, and he strolled about a good deal and thought of a number of things. He had a sister who was a child too, and his constant companion. These two used to wander all day long. They wondered at the beauty of the flowers. They wondered at the height and blueness of the sea. They wondered at the depth of the bright water. They wondered at the goodness and the power of God who made the lovely world. They used to say to one another sometimes, supposing all the children upon earth were to die, would the flowers and the water and the sky be sorry? They believed they would be sorry, for, said they, the buds are the children of the flowers, and the little playful streams that gambol down the hillsides are the children of the water, and the smallest bright specks playing at hide-and-seek in the sky all night must surely be the children of the stars, and they would all be grieved to see their playmates, the children of men, no more. There was one clear, shining star that used to come out in the sky before the rest near the church spire above the graves. It was larger and more beautiful, they thought, than all the others, and every night they watched for it, standing hand in hand at a window. Whoever saw it first cried out, "I see the star!" And often they cried out both together, knowing so well when it would rise and where. So they grew to be such friends with it that, before lying down in their beds, they always looked out once again to bid it good night, and when they were turning round to sleep, they used to say, "God bless the star." But while she was still very young, oh, very, very young, the sister drooped and came to be so weak that she could no longer stand in the window at night, and then the child looked sadly out by himself, and when he saw the star, turned round and said to the patient, pale face on the bed, "I see the star," and then a smile would come upon the face, and a little weak voice used to say, "God bless my brother and the star." And so the time came all too soon when the child looked out alone, and when there was no face on the bed, and when there was a little grave among the graves, not there before, and when the star made long rays down toward him, he saw it through his tears. Now these rays were so bright, and they seemed to make such a shining way from earth to heaven, that when the child went to his solitary bed, he dreamed about the star, and dreamed that, lying where he was, he saw a train of people taking up that sparkling road by angels, and the star, opening, showed him a great world of light, where many more such angels waited to receive them. All these angels who were waiting turned their beaming eyes upon the people who were carried up into the star, and some came out from the long rows in which they stood, and fell upon the people's necks, and kissed them tenderly, and went away with them down avenues of light, and were so happy in their company that, lying in his bed, he wept for joy. But there were many angels who did not go with them, and among them one he knew. The patient face that once had lain upon the bed was glorified and radiant, but his heart found out his sister among all the host. His sister's angel lingered near the entrance of the star, and said to the leader among those who had brought the people thither, "Is my brother come?" And he said, "No." She was turning hopefully away when the child stretched out his arms and cried, "Oh, sister, I am here, take me." And then she turned her beaming eyes upon him, and it was night, and the star was shining into the room, making long rays down towards him as he saw it through his tears. From that hour forth, the child looked out upon the star as on the home he was to go to when his time should come, and he thought that he did not belong to the earth alone, but to the star too, because of his sister's angel gone before. There was a baby born to be a brother to the child, and while he was so little that he never yet had spoken word, he stretched his tiny form out on his bed and died. Again the child dreamed of the open star,